Hi guys, so for today's video I'm going to be creating this makeup look right here. It's just like a mauvish. I'm always playing with cool tones, I know. I'm going to try, my next tutorial is going to be like a red maroonish warm color because I'm always playing with cool tones. So yeah, it's just like cool tones with like a pop of mint. That was my idea and this is what I came up with. It's just like a frosty mint bluish iridescent color. So yeah, if you're interested to see how I achieved this makeup look right here, then make sure you keep on watching. Okay, now that you're all zoomed in, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna be using mostly my Give It To Me Straight palette from Colourpop. Okay, so because this is a cool toned makeup look, I'm gonna go in with a mauve. What's new? So it's just this pinky shade and it is called Downright, again from the Give It To Me Straight Colourpop palette. And I'm just gonna buff this in both of my eyes and just really build it up. The next shade that I'm picking up is called Truth Hurts and it's just like this pretty orangey shade, and I'm placing this above Downright just so it's a little bit warm but still cool toned, you know. I am now going in with Upfront. It's just like this golden shadow and I am using this as a brow bone highlight, and I'm just using the brush that I use for Truth Hurts and I am just buffing that so it looks a little bit blended. And then I'm just going to take the shade Frank, which is just this cool toned brown, and I'm going to be placing this precisely into my crease just so all the colors blend together nicely. Cutting my crease, and I'm just going to be using the halo eye technique, just cutting it halfway, not completely, and then I'm going to move on to setting it with Matter of Fact from the Colourpop palette. And then I'm just going to use this jumbo eye pencil in the shade Baby Blue. I found it a little hard to put down, so then I'm just using a brush to put this base down just so the next shade is going to go in much more intense. And this shade is also from NYX. It is in the shade Siréne, and I am gonna apply Fix Plus just so it could look a lot more intense, as you will see. Okay, so the mint shade is called Mermaid Serene, and I'm just gonna put that on both of my eyes, as well as the Frank shade, just so it can act as a base for this next super shock shadow from Colourpop in the shade Frog. It's just this dual chrome pink with blue reflex. It's so pretty, so I'm gonna put that on the sides. And then I'm also gonna use this Supernova shadow from Colourpop as well. It is in the shade Lucky Penny. It just has like this blue undertone. It's so pretty, just so the mint can really pop a lot more. I'm just using my fingers to just blend out that shade, and don't forget to drink your matcha, kids. I'm now gonna be moving on to the face. I'm taking my Hangoever RX primer. I forgot how much I love this primer. I just really needed to moisturize my skin and prep it. Then I'm also taking my Touch in Sol No Poreblem primer just so I can hide all of my pores. I'm using this compact top that I ripped off from One Finishing Powder, and I'm just going to use it to mix my foundations. I'm using the Huda Beauty as well as the Estée Lauder Double Wear. I will leave my shades down below, and I'm using the Sonia Kashuk sponge to blend this out. Then of course I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape to conceal and highlight and just hide everything, because why not? After I blend out my concealer, I just want to go ahead and contour, and I'm just using the Wet n Wild MegaGlo contour sticks and placing it into my brush, and then blending it onto my skin. I find that this technique works better than just putting the stick right onto your face, but I am doing that for my nose since the brush is a little bit large, and I'm just gonna do some contouring and then highlight to further make the nose appear smaller, you know. After I blend out all of my creases, I am now gonna be baking for like 1 minute because I'm dry, but I'm just using my Born This Way powder. And sorry I seem distracted, I was watching Riverdale
while I was doing this makeup tutorial. And yes, I already finished it. I am now going to be wiping away my baggage, except for the contouring one, because I'm going to use that powder to further blend my bronzer, etc, etc. And I am going to use my Fit Me powder in the shade, I believe it's Toffee. And then I'm going to be using the Pretty Vulgar blush. It is very pigmented, so yeah, be careful with this. I'm now going to be highlighting, and I'm using the Amrezy and Anastasia highlighter. Then to further bronze, I'm going to be using Bahama Mama by the Balm, of course. And then after, with the powder, like I said, I'm just going to blend everything out so it could look a lot smoother and blend it together. Because I felt like I needed a little bit more cool toned highlight, I just went in with the Maybelline Rose Gold highlight, as well as for my nose. Moving on to eyebrows, I'm gonna first put the gel. I know it seems odd, but with this BrowGal Gel, brow gel, it just really thickens them out, and I feel like it's not heavy at all. That's why I'm using it first, and then going in with a pencil just to useless product really, and so they can look more natural, and that way I know what it's gonna look like once I have the gel. But to really set them, I'm gonna be using the Benefit Gel 24-hour stay, whatever it's called, you know.
Okay, so I am now gonna line my liner. I'm gonna do my eyeliner using this Pretty Vulgar ink gel liner. And then I'm gonna do my lashes, and we'll be back. Just save some time, I decided to just go ahead and finish my little lash line as well as my lashes off camera. I am wearing the Faux Whispie lashes from Ardell, and also I smoked out just like the colors that I use on my crease, which is this one right here, Downright Frank. And then I also added I actually added this shade. I'm gonna go ahead and use Kathleen White's palette, which I dropped, and this shade right here, which is, I think it was Twinkle Fell. So I'm just gonna use Mermaid Boy, which is this really pretty like bluish color right here. So I dropped everything. I also dropped this one, and Sultry broke because it was kind of like not properly pressed, so that's why it was like these two are like more like pressed glitters almost. They're like pressed pigments, I want to say, so they're not really like the other shadows. So it broke, but I just took Glistening from the Soft Glam palette just to add like a little gold shade to it. I'm gonna use Oh Snap from Colourpop Cosmetics, just like that, and I'm gonna go over it with Oh Fro. Alright, so that was everything for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this little tutorial with this pop of color. I had been wanting to play with opals and iridescent colors for a long time. I know it's a little bit extra, it's not as iridescent as I wanted it to be, but I really still enjoyed this look. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and hopefully I can see you on the next one. Bye!